My father was certain I was following in my mother's footsteps. I mean, all my depression, my angst, my confusion, and now I'm hearing voices. But the vision was only the beginning. I was in and out of school, growing farther and farther away from Patterson, from my family, from everything I knew. My poor father. I don't know who you are anymore, and I'm afraid to think what you're becoming. I mean, first you're hearing voices, and now this? What have you got to say for yourself? A good friend? Yeah, that's your problem. A good friend to every bum and crazy you meet. And what kind of people are these you're befriending, Alan? They bring stolen property into your apartment. Oh, friends of Bill Burroughs, the prodigal son, a disgrace to his family, living off their money while he roams the streets with crooks and drug addicts. What a waste of a good upbringing. Like that Kerouac, another one throwing away a good education. He gets kicked out of school, and my son, Alan the Generous, lets him sleep in his dorm room and write filth on the windows. I mean, what was he doing in your room in the first place, Alan? Alan? Don't tell me you have those sick feelings for him, like for men. Alan, I tell you, that is the way to ruin. No, shut up. I don't want to hear you. Now listen to me. You're very lucky that dean got you off on those charges. I mean, you could have ended up in jail instead of some nice hospital. I only hope it does you some good where it failed your mother. The hospital, then. My salvation from jail time, and I walked straight into my newest mad friend, Carl Solomon. This giant Jewish kid from the Bronx, just back on the board after insulin shock treatments. Morning, comrade. What brings you here? Oh, hi. I hear William Blake reciting poetry, so they put me in here. Oh, well, you're new here. Wait around a while. You'll meet some of the other repentant mystics. What's your name? Why, I'm Mishkin. Oh, splendid. I'm Kirillov. What are you doing in here? Me? Oh, shit. How long have you got? Let's see. Surrealism, absurdism, Dadaism. Christ, they really threw the cosmic book at me. Wow. They stuck me in here to get me away from people like you. Perfect. Irony is our specialty. We'll be fast friends, little comrade. Well, Carl and I talked endlessly. Him teaching me about Artaud and Genet, and me telling him all about Bill and Jack and my mother. He criticized my poetry pretty bad, but I would never have made it through the nut house with any self-esteem if it wasn't for him. Finally, the day of my re-entry into civilized society, earnest young doctor with earnest goatee walks me to the door. I really want to thank you, doctor. You helped me get to the root of my problems, and I know exactly what I need to do to stay on the right road. Like Freud said, love and work. My uncle is going to get me a job at the Patterson paper, and after I get settled down, I'm going to find me a real nice girl and start dating like a normal guy. Oh, I just know I'm going to be one of your success stories. Well, I tried. I did try. I did date girls for a while anyway. And I kept writing, but I just couldn't make it work. I fled New York from Mexico, lost myself in ruins, cut off from family and friends, climbed 91 steps to the top of El Castillo, great Mayan pyramid. Spent the night in hammock with drug visions. Behind me, the noise of a great party in New York apartments. Half-created paintings on the walls, fame, cocksucking, tears, lost to all my lovers. Jack's isolation, like mine, is sad and fearful, and Neil, who has love and money, is desperate at the gates of heaven. Oh, and as for Bill, he thinks he's lost. The weight of the world is love. Under the burden dissatisfaction, the weight we carry is love. Who can deny? In dreams it touches the body, in thought constructs a miracle, in imagination anguishes till born in human, looks out of the heart burning with purity. For the burden of life is love. But we carry the weight wearily, and so must rest in the arms of love at last, must rest in the arms of love. No rest without love. No sleep without dreams of love. Be mad or chill, obsessed with angels or machines, the final wish is love. Cannot deny, cannot be bitter, cannot renounce. If denied, the weight is too heavy. Must give for no return, as thought is given in all the excellence of its excess. The warm bodies shine together in the darkness. The hand moves to the center of the flesh. The skin trembles in happiness, and the soul comes joyful to the eye. Yes, yes, that's what I wanted. I always wanted to return to the body where I was born. And so I returned, love longing, returned to the States, to San Francisco to enroll at Berkeley. Here, I met the mirror image of our little group of oddballs from Columbia. Here in North Beach, where poets and painters, playwrights, musicians, crazies of all disciplines and undisciplines were massing in this chaotic beehive of readings, performances, revolutionary coffee house cells. Here, I met Peter. Sweet Peter. Soon to be lifelong love Peter. Met him first in a painting by my friend Robert Levine, and then in person. Lovely, innocent Peter from his own mad family. Peter, with whom I exchanged vows in our own little chapel in Foster's cafeteria. Peter, my beloved, I vow to accept your devotion for the rest of our lives and to share with you all my artistic gifts and passions. Alan, my beloved, I vow to share all your devotion for the rest of our lives and to not enter heaven without getting you in as well. Do? I do. You do? I do. So, do you want the split pea soup or the macaroni and cheese? Crazy times, crazy lives, all those wild souls, that mad chaos, all crashing up against my neat little verses, demanding truer voice. And then one morning, the dam burst. I was sitting idly at my desk. I had a second-hand typewriter and some cheap scratch paper, and I just started typing. Not with the idea of writing a formal poem, but just writing about all the real people I had known over the past few years. I started with Carl Solomon, who had recently returned to Rockland State Hospital, mad again, still, I guess. And then one by one, everybody I'd known came out to be counted. I typed, feeling more and more in a sensation indescribable. Feeling Jack's jazz rhythms, Neil's long Roman candle rants, Bill's straight razor phrasing, all streamed through me and mixed with my own suffering sweet visions of found and lost souls. I thought it was too private to publish, but I felt that I should work it until it was through. I sent a copy to Jack, and he was very excited about it. I still didn't think of it as any more than a good step in my growth as a poet. I was not prepared for